It is Tuesday. As we go through Tuesday, we made it through Monday, and a lot of times Mondays are so hard. But as we go into the work week on Tuesday, have you been in a furnace? Have you been under so much pressure that you're like, man, like, why am I going through this? Why am I going through all these trials and tribulations? Why is God allowing all of these things to happen to me? And it is about looking at what he's teaching us through these furnaces, through these fires. It was so hot here a couple weeks ago, like 120 degrees or something ridiculous. And it was just like, God, whatever you're trying to cook, it's done. Turn off the oven. And I was listening to a sermon done by John Bevere, and it was he was being put through a furnace and experience, and God said, what happens whenever you're in the furnace to gold? And it heats up enough to bring out the impurities. It heats up enough to make us clean. And so as you're walking through a fiery furnace, are you doing it alone? No. Does it feel like you're alone because it's so hot? Maybe. But as we turn to our owner's manual, the Bible, the story's already been written for you. And so you know that there is a way through the fire. As we turn into Daniel, we have the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fiery furnace. And so you had these three men who would not bow down to a golden idol. So they were thrown in this fire, and the three men were bound. The furnace was so hot that the people that opened the fiery furnace died. And as three men were thrown in, Nebuchadnezzar, which is the king that threw him in there because they would not worship the God that he had created, said, "Look, I see four men walking around in the fire, unbound, unharmed, and the fourth looks like the Son of God. Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego, servants of the Most High God, come out here." They saw that the fiery furnace had not harmed their bodies, nor was a hair on their head singed, their robes were not scorched, and they did not even smell of fire. Know that whenever you're walking through a fire, he's with you. He's your protector. He's your redeemer. He loves you. And just like you would have your kids, you're going to always be there for them. And he's always going to be there for you. But as we go through trials, what are you supposed to be learning? What impurities is he bringing out in you? Is it humility? Is it pride? Is it envy? Is it lust? Is it all these things that are buried in us that we don't know? And so your challenge today is, what's your impurities? What is he trying to help you with? It's not about condemnation. It's not about anything negative, but he loves you so much that he wants you clean. He wants the best for you, and to bring out all those yucky things that are keeping you stagnant. And so look at your furnace and see if that's the reason that's so hot, because it's so buried in you. Let him get it out of you. Work with him, walk through him, and know that he's with you. Have an amazing day.